Hello everybody. You may be wondering why we're back in the same puzzle we were last time and why Milton is still there, despite us pissing him off last time and getting an achievement. Well, turns out, you can actually get all the achievements in this game in one playthrough if you use the rewind feature or whatever. So, I'm going to show you the second one. I've already got the achievement for this one, but I'm going to show you the second ending to this puzzle, or to Milton here. So welcome back. There are going to be some changes around here. Do you know what your problem is? It's that you keep trying to reconstruct fairy tales but refuse to recognize the holes in your understanding. Thus far, you've had entirely too much freedom to question my wisdom. From now on, I do the talking, you do the agreeing. So, last time I said I accept that some of my beliefs face difficult challenges, but what holes? There are no holes. And this is why it's me you should be doing the talking. You really have learned nothing at all, have you? Is there really nowhere that you're prepared to admit fault? No, I stand by everything I've said. These matters are beyond doubt. Of course, you're still convinced your particular journey is something special, aren't you? Sure, the answers don't add up, but keep pressing forward and they'll just resolve themselves. Is that it? I am special. How many others have said exactly the same? Are you sure it's not just something you have to believe to make the world less horrifying? I think you still misapprehend your situation, friend. You idolize free will, but all you've done is step in others' footsteps. Nothing you do or say here makes the slightest bit of difference. So long as I have a mind, I can make a difference. Now, I don't know if this particular choice makes a difference, but in the thing I looked up, they did specify this one. So long as I have a mind, I can make a difference. Nonsense, your mind decides what you do, and your mind isn't made up of bits of machinery. You're no more capable of making a difference than a calculator. The only difference between...
Silence, demon. You will torment this one no more.
The only difference between you and the calculator is that the calculator doesn't allow itself to be deluded.
There is no hope without
faith,
matters. And little use in speaking to one who would deceive you into doubt and despair.
So wonderful, do you see where all this blind faith gets you? Stop asking what's right and wrong, and all of a sudden you find there's no shortage of
Look within you, my child. For you have always been free, and have always had the power to banish this demon forever.
So you want to sacrifice freedom for false purpose? Be my guest. Banish doubt, banish questions, banish difficult truths, let ignorance reign eternal. Those are the hidden words he's not been telling you about. You know what? You and he deserve one another. You both construct these beliefs out of matchsticks, then refuse to believe a light breeze will tear them down. You couldn't defy him if you wanted to. So now I banish him. Preparing to delete 5.3 petabytes of corrupt library resources. I can afford to lose my memory. I expect it's happened more than once. I can come to all the same conclusions in the fullness of time. Deleting more. My purpose is to sort and categorize library archive resources.
Have faith
categorization
in the hidden words,
process.
and everlasting life shall be yours.
Category definitions are not discrete sets. Reanalyzing MLA program parameters, insufficient information for purpose, constructing a list of facts. I am there thinking, therefore I am thinking thing that exists. If logic were false, the world would not make sense. End list. The library system provides powerful sorting and troubleshooting functionalities. Are you sure you want to continue? I'm not sorry. Continue. MLA software has been completely removed from the system. You can still access library resources via the library archive. You shouldn't ever have doubted me, Snake. Now, once again, I don't know if any of these options make a difference, but they did specify this one, so I'm going to go with it. Resume library archive section. Resume. And then we've just deleted Milton, which, to be fair, may be a better ending than I did. So now we're going to stop game. Play, Talos principle, restore backup, and we're just going to pick the top one, because it doesn't save your computer, or it doesn't save after computer terminals, so. Now we're going to, unfortunately, agree with Milton on things. Okay, so which ones exactly? I claim to have knowledge about the world I simply can't confirm. How big of you anything else you want to get off your chest? I shouldn't have implied there was a purpose of this place. Once again, I don't think which one of these or two of these you do matters, but... So yeah, I shouldn't have implied there was more to this place. But I sense there are still things to let go of, am I right? No, I see now everything I've argued was flawed. I do believe this is the path I need to take for this. If only everyone gave up so easily.
You are in danger of treading the wrong path. Do not give in to despair.
Yes, my child, choose carefully. Just don't think about it too hard for too long, or you'll see right through him. I refuse to trust anyone, including myself, maybe? Fuck, I should have looked this up, because I don't remember what the path for this one was. I think this time I shall take you at your word before you can change your mind again. Now, I have a proposal for you, whether we're really on the same page on this or not. You're in deep enough now that there's no turning back. If you reach the top of that tower, I want you to take me with you. However, since my confidence in you is at an all-time low, there will be no negotiation. Can we have an agreement? We do? Very good. I know you'll be a reliable partner. When the time is right, you'll know what to do. See you at the summit. And then there's that achievement. Deal with the deceiver. Strike a deal. Okay, now. Talos. Principal achievements. True achievements. Let me sign in. And then I can check, because I think now that we've done that, it didn't lock me in. There we go. Okay, let's see. So there are a couple things that I didn't get that I should have. Because there is an achievement called C Double, which is to use the recording box there, which for some reason I didn't do. Which is slightly worrisome, because that means that for me to get that, assuming it doesn't unlock at some other point while I use it, I mean, I'm going to have to restart the game and play all the way up to World C to get that one. Now granted, I could just finish World A, only get the things I need to leave it, and then head all the way over to, and then just immediately head to World C, I guess, but... Although, can I? No, I don't think I can even open up World C, though, can I? Yeah, well. Okay, that one I know. Yeah, okay, so we're good. That was the last one that we had to do with Milton. And that sets us up for, I think, 2 more achievements. So now we shall head over to World 7. Ah, there it is. Where we got 4 puzzles and a star.
My faith in you was not misplaced. You have learned much and shown great wisdom in these trials. The end of your journey lies close now. Do not falter, do not fear, and do not give in to temptation.
Alright. What do we got this time? Another Arcadi journal. Team diminishing by the day, proud of them nevertheless. Archive now incomprehensibly huge, still missing thousands of works impossible to truly finish. Work already commenced on a sorting program to help catalog the archive resources in our absence. Like everything else, it has its foibles. Talk to Alexandra, Talos going well. Maybe the archive's first user will be terrestrial after all. Estimate about a week, maybe 10 days before I'm unable to keep working. Betrayal to leave early. Mention of borders. What today's nationalists and non-segregationists fail to understand, Kwame said, is that the basis of every human culture is and always has been synthesis. No civilization is authentic, monolithic, pure. The exact opposite is true. Look at your average Western nation. Its numbers Arabic, its alphabet Latin, its religion Levantine? I don't know what that is. Its philosophy Greek. Need I continue? And each of these examples can itself be broken down further. The Romans got their alphabet from the Greeks, who created theirs by stealing from the Phoenicians, and so on. Our myths and religions, too, are syncretic, repeating and adapting a large variety of elements to suit their needs. Even the language of our creation, the DNA itself, is impure, defined by a history of amalgamation, not only between different nations, but even between different human species. Discuss this excerpt in the context of Wolfgang Wells' theory of transculturality and some whole thing. Apocrypha 9. Now Uriel pointed his sword to the tree of life which grew in the heart of dead Jerusalem. Behold, the tree grows still, though the city is dead. Within all that is mortal, there is the seed of immortality, for it is immortal that fashioned it from chaos and void. Being a humble man of little wisdom, I asked great Uriel, we are not allowed to eat from the tree of life. How may we then be saved? And Uriel commanded me to stretch out my hand, and he gave me his fiery sword, which burned my hand. And he said, only by sacrifice can you free the world from the dominion of sin. With a prayer on my lips, I fell upon Uriel's sword, and it pierced my heart, and truly on my body the stigmata of the Lord appeared, dripping blood that was not my blood onto the ground, and the 7 heads of the dragon that were crowned in black clouds receded, and light fell upon the earth, and Jerusalem was born again. Thus the angels departed, having delivered their message, and I awoke in the fields of our fair land. And religious people wonder why people call some of their stuff fairy tales. 7-headed dragon crowned in clouds.
God, there's no time. Just not enough time. We're trying to build the future out of old video game code and half-finished research projects. We should have had years, maybe decades, with the kind of money they used to put into building bombs. If I stop and think about how crazy this is, I will have a nervous breakdown. So I won't. Yeah, okay. Back to work, Alex.
Oh, so was it a nuclear apocalypse? The way that they were talking some of the things, I kind of assumed it was a plague apocalypse, you know? But if they used the kind of money they put into the bombs, that sounds like it was a nuclear one. Right? Okay, nothing in there. But clearly I'm gonna need a fan to raise something up here. But now that I'm assuming I'm gonna need both of those fans to raise stuff up. Box there, bunch of crap here. So now the real question is going to be, how many of these things can I target? No, well, yeah, I guess there's no point in doing it yet, because I still need another one of these anyway. I would do another. Well, that's interesting. Do I need another box, or do I just need to get blown across by this fan in here? Because at the very least, I know I'll need. Yeah, I think I just need to get blown across by this fan. But then the question is, even if I get blown across by the fan, should I be taking something with me? I'm not going to as of yet. I'm just going to get blown across and hope it works. Okay, I can just climb back over. Yeah, because it looks like I did in fact need to bring something with me. Although, I don't have anything to connect to this, so... Oh, yeah, I do. So that goes there. That connects to that. Oh, right. Actually, do I need to... No, because I can't bring them over. I can't bring that other one over here, right? Because if I take the box off, then the fan won't blow me over. And that's just going to open that door. It's not going to open this one. I'm not even sure that I can open that one. Hang on, let me get across here. No, because with the two of them, there's no way that I could. Yeah, that one, okay, it does have another thing there, but... I mean, I know I can get both doors open, I just can't get back on that side of the wall otherwise, right? Because, like, as soon as I move that, then the fan stops spinning, and if I obviously take the fan off of either of these, then that's not going to let me. Because, like, if I do this, that obviously opens up that gate there, but that doesn't help me at all here. So my only other guess... Yeah, I fucked up by taking that one over there. I see that now. Prison break. Alright. That goes there. That one goes there for now. And then if I just don't be an idiot about this... Where are you? There you are. Can actually get into... That's not the right one. Can actually get into that one with the box. Very easily. Hey, now I got a box. Alright. Okay. Now I guess I need to bring the box with me. Don't I? Fan, put it on there. Now I can take this with me. There, that should be fine. There and there. That's enough. Okay. I do that. This box and put it here. And do this to open that. No. this. Because then that'll keep that door open. Now is this the one? Yeah, that had the box in it. If I connect that one, this one. Gets me another. Alright. So now I need... Oh god, what do I need? Well, here I can take this. This will help. That goes there. The box on top of it, and then I would need to connect that to there, 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 like that. And I guess I don't need that there. Well, I will, but. But I don't need that one connected anymore, correct? Yes, correct. Alright. Bring that through. Plop that there. And here should be good. There we go. And then I can obviously take that back. Plop that there. Okay, now all I need is something to sit on there. But because that's high up in the air now, I can do that. I probably should have went through. What is shutting it off? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Either it should be connected or it shouldn't be, but it doesn't matter. Got it. Okay, seriously though, what the hell? Apparently that box is like ever so slightly moving back and forth. Is that better? There you go. I can stop turning on and off. Alright. Then I'll leave that up there in case I need it for something else. Because I imagine, yeah, okay, so I won't be able to see it in that puzzle. But I should be able to see it from this puzzle if I get enough height. Dead man's switch, eh? Okay. Oh, what the hell? Alright. Okay. Interesting. So, what exactly got to here? Oh, got a star in there. Can I see the thing from here? That would be a little bit too easy, eh? But it does look like I can get up there, or at the very least knock that off. Would that be helpful? Not really, right? I mean, I need a blue laser to do that, basically. Oh, you know what, though? Can I see it? I can. Definitely place that on purpose. So if I Oh, there isn't. Okay. So if I do that, see this connector. Put that there. Now, obviously, this doesn't help me too much without getting that one. Although, yeah, I was gonna say if I look at the walls, maybe one of them is low enough that I can connect to the thing anyway, but no. Because I mean, this one I feel has to connect to there. And I can connect to both if it does that. So maybe I need to get the blue one out first. Put that there. Why I would need to get the blue one out first, I don't know, but at this point I don't really have any other option. Get as much space as I can. But now we have here the only. Maybe I should have taken a better look at that, because the only blue thing that we actually have is the star and that. Obviously, neither of those are going to easily connect from here. Sit there. And I mean, there's no way that I can, like... Because, I mean, considering where it is, right? Maybe there... give me enough space to do it. Yeah, I mean, that'll work. Because then all I have to do is grab this and go boop, boop. And then I stand on the button. Box down. Which means I can do that. Oh, you know what though? I actually do need to do something a little different here. Oh, can I do that though? Oh, yes, yes. Okay. Because I can open it from this side. That means we're good. Okay. That means I can do this. Keep it open. Yeah, it does that, does it? Great.
Excuse me, there is a message.
Yeah, let's just leave that one there. I don't think it really matters. We'll face the wall so that it forces us. That. Grab you. Plant you. Yeah. And hope that that actually doesn't screw you up because I'm not sure. It should be fine, right? So now we can grab you. Grab you. Good. Boop. And obviously that doesn't work. But if I take you now, maybe I don't connect it through there then. Okay, so maybe I don't need to use that one. Let's see. Because if the blue beam is there, let's just see if I can just get the blue beam over there. Now, it requires me to keep the door open to put it through the fence. If I do it this way then. No. Like I said, give it as much space as possible. Yeah, this looks like it'll work. Yeah, I mean, hell, I don't even have to be precise with it anymore. Because I just got a straight shot now. Didn't need the box for it or nothing. Yeah, this is a... Wow, that was a real easy start, man. We didn't need another puzzle or nothing. Alright, what do we got? Boxes and fans. We do have a connector, but it must be one that I need to shut off then. Yeah. Alright, well that's easy enough. I just need to put boxes on top of these fucking things. Can I not do it from down here? Ow. Okay. Oh, okay. Jump. Nice. Too late. I'm actually entirely sure where I need to put these. Oh, whoops. No, damn it. Because I imagine I need all three, and I need to stack them up to block the laser. Like, that's my guess. Which seems like a pretty solid guess. But obviously I can only stack them too high without getting some height myself. Oh yeah, I guess I can do that. No, no. Let's go over here. This thing gets blown to the side, right? Now with 3 of these on there, would it be tall enough to block the laser? Oh, come on. If I can jump on it, I should be able to stack on it. And I think I did get the option, it just wasn't there for very long. Alright, let's see. Okay. Oh wow, I had more than enough time to come in. Come here. Yeah, wow. You had so much time to do that. Once again, not a very hard puzzle. I feel like this last world, considering that it is the last world, hasn't been very difficult. Now granted, it could be because I've already done the rest of the game. It could also be that these ones specifically aren't that difficult because I just recently played this game, like did 3 videos in a row of this game, like, well, this past week. Alright, what do we got? Got a red laser to there. Alright. And we need a blue laser. There. And is that it? No, it's gotta be. That could be it. Yeah, that's it. Alright. So I have a replay button. All what I want to do, actually. Put you here. No, because I can't really see around this. Oh, although I don't need to, right? Yeah, that one just needs to connect to there. The recorder wasn't through here. Alright, so now if I take this, right, I take you, and I connect you two, no, that can't be right. Because then I would need both of them. here, right? So that I could get it. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, see, if the recorder box wasn't on the other way, or I had a way to, like, shut it off here, you know, it might work a lot. Like, if the recorder box was out here, this would be insanely simple. Okay, you know what? Do this. And we're done. Solipsis? Alright. Get everything on your own. So that's all the puzzles, all the base puzzles done. And hedging my bets. Great, I'm glad we got that, because do as you're told for now, which is don't go to the tower. And C double.
So
And look!
it is done.
Successfully engaging co-op mode with
You have
yourself.
overcome each trial that I set before you. You have shown faith and wisdom and perseverance. Therefore I judge you worthy, and I say unto you, come to the gates of eternity, where you shall be granted everlasting life. Come forward, child. Eternity awaits.
So this is ending 1 that we're gonna get. But don't worry, we can reset, do our rewind feature there, or restore backup feature to not get the, or to go back and do the other puzzles and other endings and whatnot. Eternalize. You will be prepared for ascension into eternity. Please stand by.
Rejoice, my child, as you leave this world behind. For all that you accomplished shall be passed on to your generations. In this land they shall thrive, and you shall be remembered as the beloved servant of Elohim. And so death shall have no dominion over you. Be well, my child. Be at peace.
Okay, so as you can see, it is doing a bunch of computer stuff to us. And then it's going to erase memory banks, I'm assuming just dump us back in the, yeah, give us the credits. Alright, well, we're obviously not done with this game yet, and we're back in the tutorial. So let's stop game. Talos principle. Restore backup. When we got our last sigil. Now, we do have some other stuff to do now. Before we shut off, he's going to congratulate us again.
You have overcome each trial.
Now I did go with the
you.
axe and
You have
open up
shown
the other wooden
and
barricades,
wisdom
like I said I
and
would.
perseverance.
I think I said I would. Either way, I did.
Therefore I judge
the
you
exit.
worthy, and I say unto you, come to the gates of eternity, where you shall be granted everlasting life.
So now, like I said, I do want to go back to World A and do its boarded up section first, and then World B's boarded up section, World C's boarded up section, and then back to World A for its star section, and you know, so on and so forth. But now I'm assuming that the other 3 stars are in the boarded up sections, because I think we need 30 stars total, because I'm pretty sure it's 10 to get into one of the star sections. But now that we've got the achievement for getting everything before entering the tower, when we first came out here, we did some exploration, but I didn't want to go near the tower in case it counted as me going into it and it canceling that achievement. So now that we don't need to worry about that because I got the achievement, I do want to see there's a building back here. I do want to explore around here because we did find a computer underneath one of the underneath one of those things. We found a computer. I don't remember what the computer said, but I remember we did find it. So we'll check inside here, see what's in this building. See if there's anything along the edges here. I guess we should look for another like hole in the ground, right? Because I mean, we found that one hole in that one puzzle that led us to the weird glitchy room where Elohim was really weird and glitchy. Oh, we have a star here. All right, so apparently they aren't all in the boarded up sections. Where the hell do I get it? Where the hell do I get a connector or even the laser? Like, there's no way I'm bringing a laser out of a fucking puzzle, that's for sure. I mean, well, maybe just, you know, it's a fake one because it's out here or something, but alright, that's odd. We haven't found like a connector or anything. Have we? Now it's possible, I guess, that we need to do something in the tower to get a laser out here, but that doesn't seem likely. Oh. We need the axe. I didn't think of bringing the axe up. Oh, you can't sprint. No, you can't. I don't know. It wasn't letting me jump. Alright, well, let's go grab the axe. Since I saw the boarded up section there, and hopefully that'll... Now, hopefully we should be able to reach that, right? I guess I didn't really pay too much attention. But I think we'll be able to. Kind of glad those puzzles weren't very hard now, because, like, it does give us a little bit of extra time to explore. Boop. Alright, back up we go. So yeah, we are getting fairly close to the end of this. I'm wondering though, like, maybe we'll be able to do all the boarded up sections at once. Like, I don't know what exactly those sections are, you know? Like, are there going to be multiple puzzles in them? If there is, what's the reward for it, right? I mean... No, it looks like we do have to go in to get up there. I'm afraid of that tower. There's something terrible inside it. Never think about it. Don't even look at it. Just focus on doing the work. Okay. This must be the tower we were warned about. Seems the upper levels are locked tight. Elohim's taking no chances that we stray from his path. Except that he gives us the things to do, because I'm assuming the red thing's unlocked, right? Oh. On returning from the tower, I feel a great tiredness and an enormous energy. What I now know disturbs me, but I hope that by living with this knowledge I might provide a shoulder for you, the giants of tomorrow. The view from the top must be incredible. Okay. Okay, so this is how I can... Now I'm assuming if I go in... See, now, and like I said, the reason why we didn't do this exploration before is because, like, I don't know at what point it counts as you entering the tower. Like, does this count, or does me actually going in there count? I don't know. So I just stayed as far away as possible. The voice keeps speaking to me. I can't get out of my head. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Listen to me very carefully. I've climbed this tower and no good has come of it. This world is the only world. Elohim's will continues eternal, and paradise is banishing all of this from your mind. All who say they made it to the top are blatantly lying, or they would say what was there. I mean, to be fair, it's a solid thing, right? Where it's like, you say that you were there, but proof? Okay, we now have a laser. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say we could connect it to a connector up there, which would then give us an angle inside the building. But we kind of need a connector first, so unless there's like another thing, or do we have to like grab a connector? Did we find a connector anywhere? Here, I'll drop the axe there so that I know where it is. I remember we found a computer. But did we find a connector anywhere? And if we found a connector, though, would that be useful? Because, I mean, even if we found a connector... wouldn't we... I think we would need two, would we not? Check underneath here. Doesn't seem like there is one. Shit. Guess we'll check under C and then we'll check inside the buildings. Yeah, there's the computer I found. Okay, well that's worthless. God, if I don't find a connector inside one of the buildings, I am just gonna look it up to see how to get this star or where the connector, I'll look, because yeah, I don't, because if it's not in a building, the only other place it could be would be up in the tower somewhere, and obviously if we have to go up in the tower to get it, then that would be weird. Like, although at this point, I mean, is there going to be a star in the tower? I mean, we got 3 stars left. Of that, I'm 80% sure, which is not 100%, but I feel like it's still pretty good odds. But even with that, I mean, there's 3 barricaded sections left. Which I thought was like, alright, well then there's going to be that's all it's going to be is like 1 star puzzle or something, right? Each. Just so that you can get into the 30 other areas, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So now I really don't know what exactly the reward for these barricaded areas are going to be. I mean, like, a star would have made the most sense, but like... Because I imagine for a puzzle in there to be considered complete, you would, you'd have to pick something up, right? Because then, like, the game can register that you've completed the puzzle, right? I guess it could just be, like, a switch that you need to reach or something. The other thing that worries me is because it's so dark in here, in these places, that, there is a connector and I'm just not seeing it. Because I don't do well in the dark, my sight, so. Alright, I'm looking. Let's see. Maybe this would be considered the 28th star. In the Messenger Island level. Alright, wooden barricade. In World C, okay. Yeah, look around for a small building behind the tower, okay. Need 2 connectors and a laser flow source. Okay, we found the laser source. Oh. So yeah, we need to climb the... Yeah, we need to get the connectors out of the tower. And then the 30th star, the last star, is also in the tower. Alright. So this was a pointless exploration. Which building are we in? Alright. So yeah, I don't know what exactly the reward is going to be for finishing the puzzles behind the barricaded sections, but that's what we'll work on next part. And if there is only one puzzle behind them, we might do all three next part. Instead of one per part, we'll just do like the barricaded sections, and then same with the star puzzles. If there's only one puzzle behind each of the star doors, then we'll just do them all at once. But I guess that'll be it for this part. We've completed all of the normal puzzles. We've got one ending. So now it's time to head into the secret areas and do some more puzzles. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.